If you have been watching the NASCAR season closely these last few weeks, you probably felt it too. There is a strange feeling in the garage right now, like something is quietly changing. It is an intricate and dangerous shift that nobody really saw coming. A silent disruption that has the entire garage on high alert. Before we dive into what might be the craziest developing story in the sport today, I want to ask a quick favor. If you are a real NASCAR fan who loves the sport as much as we do, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. We are a brand new channel trying to reach our very first 1,000 fans, and your support means absolutely everything to us. The critics are always ready to jump on social media and tear down anyone new. But this community is about real racing knowledge. There were so many people who said that a road course expert could never figure out the complex science of turning left on an oval. They claimed that mastering track position, understanding aerodynamic drafting, and executing perfect timing runs would take years and years of painful, miserable failure. But the field is learning that they severely underestimated a man who is proving to be a massive threat every single weekend. Shane Van Gisbergen is officially sending shockwaves through the entire stock car racing world, and it is a truly scary thought for the veterans. When SVG shocked the world by winning on the streets of Chicago, everyone immediately acknowledged that his road racing racecraft was undeniably elite. However, the traditional oval tracks were supposed to be his ultimate weakness, the places where he would be swallowed up by the pack. Instead, if you look at the scoring pylon right now, you will see a reality that is surprising completely everyone in the industry. After 4 incredibly demanding races against the greatest drivers in the world, he is sitting pretty in 5th place in the championship standings. It is not just one lucky moment where the cautions fell his way and he magically ended up at the front of the pack. It is not just one race where he had a dominant car and simply rode around collecting points while others suffered mechanical failures. It is a methodical, calculated, and exciting display of pure driving brilliance that is silencing the most stubborn critics in the grandstands. 2 different stories from 2 extremely different oval tracks tell a much bigger story about his immense potential in the chase playoff format. Let us rewind and take a very close look at the Phoenix Raceway story first, because it perfectly illustrates his terrifying learning curve. Phoenix is a notoriously difficult, flat, and slippery oval where maintaining track position is everything and managing car balance is absolutely critical. Early in that race, disaster struck when SVG found himself caught out in the dirty air and suffered a very frustrating, unexpected spin. The car snapped loose, he went sliding down the track, and he tumbled all the way down the running order into the back. The critics immediately started typing out their hateful messages, eagerly declaring that the great road course ringer had finally been exposed on an oval. But instead of folding under the immense pressure, Shane fought back with a level of aggression and precision that left the entire garage impressed. He began systematically collecting spots, protecting his equipment from further damage while simultaneously slicing his way through a deeply talented field of drivers. He beautifully navigated the turbulent, dirty air, mastered the delicate, tricky braking zones, and somehow clawed his way back to finish in 11th. That kind of spectacular comeback is not just pure luck. It is a massive testament to his incredible mental fortitude and adaptable raw talent. You simply do not luck your way into an 11th place finish at a treacherous track like Phoenix after spinning out early in the race. As respected industry journalists Jeff Gluck and Jordan Bianchi pointed out on their popular podcasts, that specific performance was a massive, undeniable statement. They noted that his unique ability to accurately diagnose the car's complex handling issues and communicate them effectively with his crew chief was brilliant. To execute such a flawless recovery drive while constantly adjusting to the changing grip levels is something you usually only see from seasoned veterans. Gluck and Bianchi were genuinely shocked by how incredibly fast he processed the intricate nuances of the oval track surface and the tire degradation. They emphasized that this rapid progression is a very scary thought for the drivers who banked on him being an easy pass every weekend. That naturally leads us to the second compelling story, which took place in the chaotic, high-speed drafting-heavy environment of Atlanta Motor Speedway. Atlanta is a completely different beast compared to Phoenix, demanding an entirely different set of complex skills and an immense amount of sheer bravery. It requires absolute, unwavering trust in your spotter, an intricate understanding of the constantly shifting drafting lines, and nerves of absolute steel. You have to be willing to stay locked in the middle of a massive pack of cars while traveling at nearly 200 miles per hour. Early in the race, absolute chaos erupted as the pack stacked up, and SPG was unfortunately caught right in the middle of the mess. He ended up spinning out not just once, but twice, suffering damage and losing significant momentum as the main pack roared away from him. Once again, the overwhelming expectation from the grandstands and the media center was that his day was effectively over, and his confidence was shattered. Surely the intricate and dangerous nature of superspeedway-style pack racing would completely overwhelm a guy who spent his life racing on street circuits. But what happened next was nothing short of exciting, as he kept the car off the outside wall and gathered it back up safely. He remained incredibly calm on the radio, assessed the situation, and then systematically worked his way right back into the massive drafting pack. He was executing and timing runs perfectly, knowing exactly when to stay in line and push, and knowing exactly when to lift to survive. It was an absolute masterclass in high-speed survival, tire management, and situational adaptability that left even the most seasoned superspeedway veterans completely stunned. By the time the final chaotic laps concluded and the checkered flag waved, he crossed the scoring line in a magnificent 6th place overall. Finishing 6th at a newly reconfigured track like Atlanta after spinning twice is practically unheard of for an oval racing rookie in this era. That is exactly why these two specific stories matter so much when trying to evaluate the current landscape of the NASCAR Cup Series season. They fundamentally prove that he is not just surviving the oval tracks. He is actively learning, fiercely adapting, and boldly conquering the toughest elements. If he can overcome such immense adversity to secure strong finishes at both Phoenix and Atlanta, what happens when he gets even more experience? What happens when he truly, deeply understands the absolute limits of the Goodyear tire and the complex aerodynamic wake of the next-gen car? The implication is crystal clear, and it is a massive, looming threat to the established superstar drivers who currently dominate the top tier. If this unprecedented learning curve continues at its current rapid trajectory, Shane van Gisbergen transforms from a mere road course specialist into something else entirely. He rapidly evolves into a highly legitimate, incredibly versatile NASCAR Cup Series championship contender who can legitimately win at any venue on the schedule. He is already definitively proving that he can collect top-tier finishes on the most demanding ovals, utilizing his exceptional, unmatched car control skills. We all already know that he is an absolute lock to contend for the victory whenever the series visits a challenging road or street course. This combination of elite road racing racecraft and rapidly developing oval track mastery makes him incredibly dangerous as the grueling season marches relentlessly forward. The rest of the garage is in big trouble because they now have to contend with a driver who is completely fearless and endlessly talented. He is learning the most intricate details of stock car racing at an unprecedented rate, absorbing data and feedback like a highly advanced supercomputer. Every single lap he turns on an oval makes him a more potent threat, a more dangerous competitor, and a more confident championship dark horse. The quiet shift we felt in the garage weeks ago has now become a deafening roar of realization that a new superstar has fully arrived. The established veterans who have spent their entire lives perfecting the art of oval racing are now looking nervously over their shoulders every single week. They know that if they make even the slightest mistake, the relentless Kiwi will be right there to capitalize and steal their hard-earned track position. It is going to be an incredible journey to witness as the races continue to unfold throughout the long summer months ahead. The dynamic of the entire sport has shifted permanently because the ultimate outsider has officially cracked the ultimate code. There is absolutely nowhere left for the traditional oval specialists to hide when the green flag finally drops. I really want to know what you think about this wildly exciting and rapidly developing situation regarding one of motorsport's most fascinating modern crossover stories. Do you think Shane Van Gisbergen can become a consistent contender when we head to some of the upcoming tougher tracks on the long schedule? Please be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments below because I absolutely love reading what you guys have to say about these debates. And finally, right before you go, please do not forget to check out the awesome NASCAR gear displayed right here to support our brand new channel. It is the best way to represent your true love for the sport while helping us continue to grow and bring you more great racing content.